Spacey Sims, and we are back with more To the Edge of the Sky, and we were just being led to our new room by Dr. Park, and I'm going to turn the volume down on my headset a little bit. Okay, here we go. Alright, so, we enter a hallway, and Dr. Park stops in front of one of the doors. This is where you'll be staying from now on. I forgot the voice I gave her already. I haven't played in a little while. If you have any questions, you should use the phase wall interface in the room. It's equipped with high security clearance information about phase. If you can't find something there, I encourage you to contact your new teammates. I find that higher mission success rates have a direct correlation with high synchronization rates. Now please excuse me, Seven. It was nice to meet you, but I have much work to do. I will be contacting you tomorrow. On behalf of everyone here, welcome to Phantasm. With that, Dr. Park finally leaves. I giddily stare at the door of my new room. It's finally time to see where I'll be sleeping from now on. You go in and it's like a tiny bunk with jammed full of other people. I take a deep breath to steady myself and go in. This is nice. It's pink. She's like, I hate pink. I wasn't expecting it to be pink. I'm not kidding. The bedroom, my bedroom, looks so different from any place that I've ever stayed at before. Look, she's already got books and shit. I actually really like the fact that, these ones over here are, slanted. And it seems like you wouldn't be able to put much there. Except for slanty books, but it's still really cool. Although, considering most places I've stayed at were dirty, abandoned, or a literal hole in the ground, this is definitely beyond compare. That's when exhaustion hits me out of nowhere like a ton of bricks. I drag myself towards the bed and flop down on top of it, too tired to do much else. I can't believe I'm finally here. The trip was long and exhausting. And damn Zero for making me run after him. So tired. Hey, you said you could keep up. Still, I wonder, is this really the right choice? I feel anxious but excited too. Not sure which one's winning just yet, so I'll wait and see on that one. I wonder what my teammates will be like. My thoughts feel heavier and heavier, and I can no longer fight to keep my eyes open. In my last moments of consciousness, I wonder what will life be like at Phase. It's time to explore Phase. Well, that was a quick jump. Oh, the next few scenes take place over the course of Seven's first week at Phase. That's, all of us, I thought, I'm like, whoa, I just feel like I was yanked out, oh, God, I wonder what it's going to be like. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, and it's not like the next day, where it's like, and it's all of a sudden it's like, we're here, and you're like, oh, okay, wow. And then it's like, the next few scenes are her thing. Oh, took me out of my immersion a little bit. But that's cool. At least they're giving that, because, I feel like maybe it would seem disjointed if they didn't tell you, the next scenes take place over her first week. Because, you know what I mean? Unless they do a cutscene in between where they're 3 days later, if they don't do that, it would be totally jarring. You'd be like, I don't understand what's going on. But this is a nice little preface to tell you, by the way, the next week goes kind of fast, so. What area would you like to visit? Oh, cool. I want to stay in my room forever. The lounge in the evening, the lounge at night, the cafeteria. The lounge, I feel like in the evening, maybe. You know what I mean? To see what's going on in the evening. I feel like more people might be around in the evening. During the day, it would be busy. Well, I mean, people would be busy. At night, people might be sleeping. So I feel like the evening might be better. Another day. Another load of paperwork and educational classes about Phase to get through. Oh, I bet that's why they tell you, too. Where would you like to... Because you could probably... Maybe you can explore all three. And if they don't tell you it's taking place over a week, it would be confusing. So it's like, hey, by the way, this is over the next week when you're choosing these areas. And it could be... Because depending on what you choose, you get the freedom to choose. It's not like it's going to force you into one. So it might seem disjointed if you didn't know it was taking place over a week, you know? Yeah, okay, all right. I see what you did there. I see what they did there. So, okay, it makes more sense. At least I'm finished now, I think. I accidentally clicked my mouse. I didn't mean to. I trudged through the endless corridors for what seems like the millionth time this week. What happens? Okay. Okay, yeah. It's Friday, but time and Phase doesn't even seem to exist. Still, though, I'm determined to relax and take some time off. They said I'll start mission training on Monday, so maybe I can go out and explore Olympia this weekend. The thought alone perks me up, and I stand up a little straighter and pull my slumped shoulders back. Yeah, I should cheer up. I can start relaxing by getting a drink from the lounge. With that in mind, I set my destination and head off. Oh, ooh, that's so pretty. This reminds me so much of the little lounge in Mystic Destinies. You know what I mean? Like, you got the piano, you got the bar, and there's, like, the table. I feel like they just kind of, like, took, like, it's like the format of that, and they're like, you know what I mean? It's like a little, obviously it looks totally different because it's, like, way more modern, but I just like that it's the same setup, because it's like that little, maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but to me, now I just feel like the little warm and fuzzies from Mystic Destinies. Like, oh, it reminds me of that so much. Like, the artwork didn't anyway, but still, I like that. To me, it feels like an Easter egg, even if it's not supposed to be it, but I like it. When I enter the lounge, I'm greeted by a beautiful view of the evening sky outside. It is really pretty. It looks like Fruit Loops out there, and it looks delicious. I like the orange and the pink and the yellow. Just like it. It immediately improves my mood. And these are cool, too. These little bubble things. Coming here was definitely the right decision after a tough week. I start to head towards the bar, but then I notice a familiar face sitting at a table. But he's not the only one there. A man in all white sits across from him, and I recognize his uniform as one of the rarely seen administrative staff here. I think this is supposed to be us. And you could toggle it, so you don't see Seven at all, you know, I guess, which is nice. I kind of like that. So if you want to immerse yourself and be like, I want to pretend it's me, and not a different version. But I like that in most games you have a character avatar. You know what your character looks like, and you're immersing yourself like it's a version. You're like, it's a version of you. Like, obviously, most of my characters I name Spacey. My characters are all Spacey, except for these games. I kind of give them different names, but we're that character, and it's like, so I don't know. I guess. Because one of the developers posted on Twitter, I guess somebody was complaining because, I don't know if someone complained or it was a comment or something made, but it was kind of like, you know, putting yourself in the role of somebody else who doesn't look like you exactly, you know, that's part of the immersion in games. And like, they didn't quite say that. It was like, but that's kind of like the debate that came up, I guess. It was kind of like, so I guess maybe somebody was upset because maybe it was a guy who wanted to play as a guy. Maybe it was a girl or somebody who was like, oh, she doesn't look like me. I like the fact that they don't look like that's more fun. You're like, ooh, look, we're super cute. Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be us, and if that's us, we're hot. I'm totally okay with this. Plus, she got, like, purpley blue hair, and I'm down with that. I got pink hair, so. And, like, damn, I like to look like this girl. She fine. Yeah, I am okay with this. I mean, if you made me look like a toad, I might be upset, but if that's part of the story, like, we're literally playing the prince and the frog, and we're the frog, I mean, I'm gonna try to roll with that, you know? It's about the inside anyway, but I don't know why anyone would complain about looking like this. Honey, I don't care. I don't care if I was a dude trying to romance dudes. I'd be like, I'm a fine girl. I'm a sexy man in a fine girl body. I'm like, I don't know. And damn. All right, so anyway. Nine's eyes meet mine briefly. Look at the smirk and his pretty purple hair. Oh! And I immediately turn away towards the bar. Yeah, this is definitely us. So I guess, yeah, you could toggle her off so you don't see her. But I'm so glad we have her on because I think I like that immersion. To me, I like being different characters. And she's really fucking pretty. And it's kind of like, I feel like you would miss out. You would miss out on the artwork. You know what I mean? That went into her. Because, like, it's nice. Like, we look tough and sexy and pretty and, like, the artwork is just beautiful. I mean, seriously, come on. We'd miss out on this. I walk over to it and seat myself. Don't want to be caught staring like a weirdo. I have to fight the urge to look back as the bartender comes to take my order. Well, it's weird that she kind of, so he, like, looked over it and she's like, and I look away quick. So she could have just, you know, like, nodded, like, what's up? And then walked away. You know what I mean? Like, but it seemed weird where she kind of, like, squinted her eyes, like she's mad at him or something. I guess they're having a meeting, or maybe they're just drinking. I can't tell. I order my drink and fall silent, wondering exactly what Nine's role is within the organization. Well, I read his profile that he's the leader, so I guess he deals with the higher-ups here, too. I wouldn't be in Phantom Alpha if it wasn't for 9 vouching for me, but I haven't seen him since that day. I decide that I have to thank him for what he did for me, for the chance he's given me, despite my being a drifter. I have crumbs on my computer, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll go talk to him before I leave. Hey, how are you? I almost jump out of my skin at the gentle voice next to me. He is adorable. Look at him. Look at that pouty little bottom lip. That is like the fullest bottom lip I've ever seen in my life, and it's drawn on a character. Jeez. I turn to see 9 sliding into a bar stool next to me. I managed to stammer out a response. God, she's so pretty! Fuck my life. I'm fine. Good, really. Jeez, you scared me. Sorry. I'm not very good at stealth, but sometimes I still manage to surprise people. Well, that's all right. I was thinking of going to talk to you. Really? I nod. Of course. We saw each other when I came in, and you're my leader now. You're my master now. I mean, my leader now. I mean, what? I should greet you, right? I mean, that's okay. 9 chuckles. Yeah, that's okay. I just thought you might be intimidated or something. Nah. Not intimidated by pretty boys with purple hair and suave-ass suits. I mean, yes, I am. Why would I be? Maybe a little... I mean, I could see both. Because we could be like, maybe a little. Because, you know, you're the leader. You've obviously got a lot of sway. You know, you're, like, super obviously super fucking smart. And, like, whatever. So it might be a little intimidated. But at the same time, I be like, well, why would I be? Like, we respect him, right? So we're not really intimidated by him. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like, why would I be? I feel like she'd be like, why would I be? Like, you know, you're my leader. You obviously got where you are because you're awesome. And I should be able to trust you, and cool with that. Down. Cool. Home slice. I don't know. I feel like she's a little tough. So I feel like she probably wouldn't be too intimidated. Why would I be intimidated? You've been nothing but kind to me. Perfect answer. Okay, I know I said this in like the first or second part or maybe both, but I really, really love this because I like so much that when you get these options, you're like, I don't want to say, like, maybe it's from playing other games where you're worried, like, if I say, why would I be? I don't want her to be like, well, why would I be? Because I'm better than you. And like, you're like, no, that's not what I meant. Like, sometimes you know the choices, you're like, you think you know what they're going to say because that's what you're thinking. Like, well, why would I be? Because we're on the same team and, you know, whatever, you're cool. But then you choose that, and then the character's like, well, whatever, and like douchey, and you're like, fuck that, no, that's not exactly what I meant. But I really love how this one, maybe it's just that the character's easy to understand. I don't know, maybe maybe that 7's easier to understand, where when you're thinking, well, why would I be? You're just like, no. And she doesn't come off cocky or douchey. She's literally like, exactly like this. Well, why would I be intimidated? You've always been nice to me. Like, she's just totally natural and normal. And I like that. I just like that. I feel like when we get options, I can accurately figure out how she is going to respond with that. And it's not going to, like, totally 180 me and, like, be like, oh, okay, whoa, left handle. You know what I mean? I like that. And I just don't know if that is just the writing for the entire game. I mean, obviously, it's good so far. We know this. Or if it's just the character, like, really good at kind of conveying the character off the bat so that you are comfortable enough with the choices to know how she's gonna react. I don't know, but that really impresses me. I really like that. I don't know. And I know other games probably do that too, but there's something about this one that just stands out as, like, so noticeable. She's had, like, a rough life, man. So she could totally come across cocky and douchey and be like, whatever, I'm tough. But she's not, and I like that. So I like it. She doesn't have that hard exterior. She's actually got a pretty soft exterior for someone that I feel like, you know, being a nomad and drifting and, like, being treated like crap from, like, city dwellers could literally have a reason to have the crunchiest exterior ever and be so hard-coded on the outside, and she's just not, and I like it. Very impressed. Like it. Did I mention I like it? Because I do. Anyway. You've been nothing but kind to me. That's a relief to hear. Are people afraid of you usually? Nine tilts his head, seeming to think about his answer. Maybe it's not that they're afraid, but rather that they misunderstand me. I see. And when she squints, she's so fucking sexy. Like, Jesus. I think I'm in love with her. Can I romance myself? Like, she confuses me about my sexuality right about now. Like, I'm like, wait. Yes, I want to play as a male character, and I want her to be the one I have to romance, because, like, we pretty. I'd be, like, looking at myself in the mirror all day, like, damn, girl, we fine. Like, anyway, I see. Isn't that the reason behind most human conflicts, though? Misunderstanding? Yes. Think about some of the arguments and fights I've seen in my lifetime. When you cut away all the fluff, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's what's left. Misunderstanding. I guess being a leader might be tough, especially if he's always in contact with both phase officials and his teammates. They may not always understand why he does what he does. I look at Nine and smile. Oh my god, and then when she smiles, her eyes light up. God. I'm just really impressed with the sprite art. I'm serious. Then, let's always make the effort to try and understand each other. Nine looks momentarily surprised before smiling back. I'd like that. The bartender hands me my drink then. Nine orders one for himself and then turns back to me. So, how are you doing in phase? Are you getting used to life here? I shrug. I think so. It's not easy, but... Nine nods to himself. It's the corridors, right? The corridors? I mean, it's got to be the classes too, and everything else. But since you were a drifter, you probably miss all that freedom. I think about the cold, white, endless corridors all through phase. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, you're right. It's everything that makes it hard. It's all so different from what I'm used to. But I think when I'm traveling through the building is what feels the strangest. All of them look the same, so it almost doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. And there's no windows, so it doesn't even feel like time is passing. Did you see the cherry blossom trees when you came into the city? Huh? I'm confused at the sudden topic change, wondering if I misheard something, but I decide to roll with it. Cherry blossoms. Yeah, I saw them. They were beautiful. Yeah, that's how you know you're really here. Like really here in Olympia. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'd never seen them before, but I'd always heard about them. Yeah, they're beautiful. But did you know that they bloom year-round? I narrow my eyes. What do you mean? That's impossible. They're cherry blossoms. I know, but these are special. They were genetically engineered to be able to bloom at any time. Oh my god, I want to live there. I love cherry blossoms. Especially since they're in the protected area of Olympia. Fireworks are going off. It's the 4th of July when I'm recording this, by the way. So, yay, 4th of July. So now there's fire. I can't see the fireworks, though, because the trees are blocking. It's also dark outside, but, I mean, you see the fireworks. But the trees are blocking my view of any kind of fireworks, so. And the bird seems to be handling it well. That's good. He gets very scared very easily. It's because one 4th of July, some asshole was literally outside in my backyard lighting off fireworks, and it scared the bejesus out of him, and now if you, like, if you blink too loud, he freaks out. But he seems to be handling those because it's kind of far out. It's not, like, literally a foot from my window. Oh, guy was an idiot. Oh, that's pretty cool then. Sorry, total random. This is what we do. You know this. Nine nods. I thought so too. But as I've stayed here, I've started to think differently. What do you mean? Nine looks so serious when I ask this, and I nearly lean back at the intensity in his eyes. Aren't cherry blossoms so loved because of their transient nature? We only have them once a year normally, so it's special. Well, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. So when you take that away, you take away a lot of their beauty. Of the way they bloom so brightly before fading away. And you also take away that natural passage of time. You're taking away something humans have experienced for thousands of years. That's really true. And actually, like, yeah, so you'd be like, oh, I want them all year round. But if they were all year round, it wouldn't be as special. Change of seasons. Right. I suddenly remember back to what we were discussing before the cherry blossoms tangent. So are you talking about the phase corridors? Exactly. Not feeling the passage of time isn't normal. It throws you off, makes everything feel artificial. I get a deep sense of homesickness from that alone. It's natural to yearn for nature and things like the change of seasons when that's what you're used to. Yeah, you're right. He's really wise. He's deep, man. Like, it's impressive what man managed to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean it feels right. Exactly. At that moment, the bartender puts Nine's drink in front of him. He pauses to take a sip. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble like that. No, it's quite all right. It made me think. Thank you. For sharing your thoughts, I mean. Nine nods and smiles again before taking another sip of his drink. Changing the topic, we talk a little more about my phase education and about the team before Nine has to leave. But when he does, I'm left with a feeling I haven't had since I stepped into phase. A strange sense of peace. He brings the zen out in us. And I like that he's kind of calm and cold. Like, obviously I don't have like special voices for them, but he's got the calm voice. Slightly quiet, you know. We're cool, we're chill. It's time to explore phase. The next few scenes take place over the course of Seven's first week. What area would you like to visit? Nowhere, I want to stay in my room for it. Let's go to the cafeteria this time, and then we'll do the lounge at night. It looks like I still have time before dinner, but I'm exhausted from all of Dr. Park's testing earlier today. I think I'll take a nap first. I change into my sleeping clothes and throw myself onto the bed, lying on my stomach. All it takes is my head hitting the soft pillow before I'm out. Oh, but I wanted to see her PJs. I imagine they have like cute ducks or something on them. I groggily open my eyes, not knowing what day or month it is, much less where I am. I slowly push myself up and rub my eyes, trying to remember. Right, this is phase, and I took a nap. A nap? I turn and look out the window and see the nighttime sky greet me back. I grab my phone and look at the time. 9:37 p.m.? Crap! I overshot dinner by just a little for sure. If a little was 3 hours. Not to mention, I ruined my sleep schedule after only a few days here. Good job, me! Well, I'm wide awake now. I look out at the full moon shining in the sky as I try to decide what to do. I shrug. Guess I'll go eat anyway. Getting dressed, I grab my ARO glasses and leave my room. So I'm gonna guess, so the lounge in the evening we met 9, and the cafeteria and the lounge at night we're gonna meet for 0. And maybe we'll meet the rest of the team after, but I feel like because those are the 3 we met in the prologue, they'll be the ones that we talk to in this. So I'm kind of wondering if there's like a set path. I'm assuming that the first character to come out, and that's kind of like what they did with Mystic Destinies, is what I'm assuming here. Which will be good because I want to follow. I like what they did with that. You know, there was kind of a set path to follow to slowly reveal the story, and you don't screw it up by choosing the wrong person and then learning all this stuff and then going back and then you're like, well, wait. I like the way that happened, so I kind of feel like I'm assuming that's kind of the way this one's going to go too. I feel like they have a style, and that's probably what it's going to be like, which, I mean, for me, I like that. And the story slowly unravels itself. Like, you know, each character has their own story, but then there's an overarching story that you don't find out until you go down the main path, the canon path. Which I'm curious about who the canon, like, you know what I mean? Like, who's that guy, the main guy, you know? Turning on the overlay on my ARO, I select my destination and head off down the hallway. That's kind of cool, so it's not like you're like, wait, do I take a left here or right? Fuck, which corridor I'm in? Because they all look the same. You got your little glasses, like, boop, and it's like, take a left here, take a right here. It's like GPS, so if that were me, mine would be the one like, I don't know where you are. Like my phone. I'm in the living room, bitch. I didn't ask. Stop telling me you lost GPS. It obviously only tells me it lost GPS when it's on, but it never had GPS, so I'd be more shocked if it told me when it got GPS. Like, found GPS. Oh, yay! Don't tell me you lost it. You haven't had it for an hour. You tell me every 2 minutes you lost it. In the cafeteria now, I order my dinner from a touchscreen, then sit at a table to wait for it. There's a few others here, and I hazard a guess that people eat here 24/7 anyway. Well, yeah, you know, different schedules. Cafeteria is kind of freaking cool. Like, there's tables up here that you could sit, and you got these little bar tables. These look really cushy and comfortable. And you got your normal tables in rows. I scan the other people here curiously, but most wear the white uniforms of phase researchers. Here and there, some very distinct people stand out with a strong aura, and I bet that they might be other operatives. I would assume that researchers are working all the time and they have weird schedules, so yeah, you could see that. Oh, it's breakfast. Other operatives. That feels so weird to think. The operatives look so intense and capable that I wonder for the millionth time if I have a right to be here. That's when I notice someone who looks distinct, but has a different feeling from the others. Someone in white. Haha! Yeah, I would figure it would be Zero, because I was just thinking if 4 is the other one we meet, he's probably the one in the lounge at night. Getting jiggy. He's probably playing the piano or something. You're a jazz freak? Never would have guessed. I don't know. Zero. Something about him feels naturally more innocent than the others. Thinking back, he felt different from all of the Phantom Alpha team that I've met so far. I find myself curious about why that is and tilt my head. I feel like his path is going to be the first one. I just kind of get that feeling. Maybe I should go over and talk to him. That'd be weird. I'm contemplating this when he gets up. He takes his tray to the trash can, empties it, and leaves the cafeteria. Damn, I should have moved faster. Order number 106! I sigh and stand up to get my food. Maybe next time? Or... Dr. Park said I should get to know all my teammates. Maybe I can find him after dinner. With that thought, I walk over to retrieve my food and finally eat. After dinner, I'm back to wandering the corridors again. This time my destination is set on Zero's location, which is only marked as a relaxation area. I'm not sure why I'm able to see it, but I noticed it blinking nearby when I brought up my map. It looks like he's outside. Wonder why he'd be outside at night. Maybe he can't sleep. As I ponder these things, I move through the seemingly endless corridors. Although I'd been trying to ignore it for some time, my heart yearns to see something other than these white walls. No, you're a phase operative now. Gotta think like a city dweller. You were the one who chose to stop drifting, after all. My heart doesn't seem to care, though, and it continues to argue with my mind until I reach my destination. Dun dun dun! I feel like we could keep going and talk to him a little more, but I feel like maybe we should stop here, because otherwise this part will be really long. We're about like 28-ish minutes. So, yeah. So I'm going to wrap this part up here, and we'll continue, and we'll talk to Zero, and then obviously probably talk to 4, because that's, I'm assuming, what's going to happen in the lounge at night. But we'll do that in the next part, probably. So, yeah. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.